Appropriate, concise, and focused evidence is the basis of any good argument in an English essay. However, in order for your writing to clearly communicate your point, the quotes you take from your studied texts must be incorporated in a way which is fluent and clear. There are two things you must always do when quoting in your essays: embed evidence and contextualise it. Embedding evidence is about ensuring that the passage you're quoting fits grammatically into the sentences you write. Here's an example of some students' work where the evidence provided has not been embedded. In The Great Gatsby, Fitzgerald presents deception as being a prevalent aspect of 20s American society, particularly among the social elite. "I am one of the few honest people that I have ever known." In this quote, Fitzgerald presents Nick as feeling like his perception of himself as an honest man sets him apart from the society he lives in. You should always avoid beginning a sentence with a quote in this way. It's clumsy and unclear how it follows from what you were just saying. A way to fix this is to make sure that the sentence allows you to lead into the quote. For example, this is evident when Fitzgerald writes that "I am one of the few honest people that I've ever known." We've now embedded the evidence grammatically within our paragraph. However, it is unclear where in the text we have taken this evidence from. To help guide the reader, we must situate this quote within its narrative context. To do this, all we need to do is modify the way we've introduced the quote into our writing. This is evident when, at the end of chapter 3, Fitzgerald's narrator Nick Carraway remarks that "I am one of the few honest people that I have ever known." Now we have pointed out where in the novel this quote comes from and which character is saying it. You can introduce a line from a novel by explaining which plot event precedes or comes after it, and if it's a line from a poem, you need to state which stanza you are taking it from. If this were a piece of dialogue or a line from a play, we would also need to make clear which character or characters the line is being spoken to. There is one final issue with this student's work. It's only a minor quibble, but because only a good English essay needs to be focused on writer's craft, it's always best to avoid using the word quote when writing, and instead naming whatever you've quoted for what it is within the text. In this example, we've quoted a statement made by the character Nick, so let's call it that. Your quote may also be a sentence, a line, a phrase, a metaphor, or, if you're quoting at length, a passage. Practice these methods in any English essay you write, and you'll find that the points you make will be clearer and more convincing for your readers.